As you know, this playtesting is all about testing the system, seeing what works, what doesn't work, what is unnecessary, and then making changes as we go along. The framework of the system has remained solid. I can't see that changing at any point. However, on the spell casting side, deciding how many spell points you spent seemed to be a process that wasn't needed because you would always spend as many as you could on a spell. So your spell points are now fixed. They don't go up per level. You can cast X number of spells effectively. A spell costs 1 spell point.
Yep.
Okay. The power of the spell is determined by your level. So if you have two wizards, one is an arcane warrior, so they get limited access to spells. One is a full-blown warrior, wizard. Sorry. The two of them, when they cast Aether Missile, the power of that Aether Missile will be the same regardless of which one's casting. Okay, so as they gain levels, the power goes up on both of them. The one that has better access to spells will gain the better spells, the more higher tier spells, quicker, and will be able to cast the best tier spells at the end of the game. And I think that is going to be enough. It simplifies spell casting. You decide to cast a spell, it's 1 spell point, done. Okay. So what it means is signature spell had to change.
Yes.
Because that reduced the cost of a spell. And now it allows you to apply a meta magic without paying the stamina cost for the meta magic.
I can shout really hard now.
So you keep it with shout. Yeah? So your shout can always be empowered.
Yeah.
So if you roll low on your shout, you just get to re-roll the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Okay, so that was spell casting. Recovery. I was not happy with the recovery mechanic. I'm happy with it at low levels. I don't think it scales enough. And when it scales, it upsets the recovery of stamina. So your recovery is, if you're a martial character, it's a D10 now, not a D8. For the rest of you, it's a D6. You roll the dice, you get that much stamina back. You get those many hit points plus half your level back.
Oh.
So it now scales all the way up to 20th. So at 20th level, you'd roll a D6 and add 10.
Wow.
That's how many hit points you recover with the recovery action.
But that is a full action anyway.
It's a full action to use it. Yeah. You could, with another bonus feature, up the dice from a D10 to a D12. And you can go from a D6 to D8s.
Okay.
Okay, so you can hyper specialize down the recovery route, so when you use your recovery action, you get as much as you can. The fighter, so no one's playing a Master at Arms, but the Master at Arms had battle recovery at 2nd level. I wasn't happy with that. What it does now is when they take the recovery action, battle recovery allows them to say, I'm not recovering stamina, but any hit points I get is doubled. Okay, so they focus on just recovering their hit points, recovering their vigor to stay in the fight.
That's amazing.
Sneak attack, it's not on a trigger anymore. Okay? So long as you meet the conditions, you can sneak attack.
Okay.
The limitation is 1 target on your turn.
Yeah.
And then you've got the bonus feature to allow you to do 1 target
not on
outside your turn.
Yeah.
So even if you multi-shot and you're hitting 3 targets or 2 targets, only one of them can have sneak damage. That's the way it's written to work, and that's the way we've been playing.
Yeah, that's the way I've always understood it. Anyways.
I've removed the on-attack trigger for things like cleaving and stuff like that. They're now, when you take the attack action, you may cleave, or you may do a furious attack, or you may do a finesse strike.
Yeah.
We did a one-shot, and one thing we discussed during the one-shot is there's no benefit for rolling the best initiative other than you go first.
Yeah.
And if you then drop to be with the group, to be more tactical, you're not having a benefit for rolling high. So there is a mechanic called, what did we call it? You have the initiative. Okay? Whoever, when initiative is rolled, is at the top, they have the initiative, whether it's my guys or you. What that means is it's a free fate point for that encounter. You're moving so fast, you've got the jump on your opponents, so it allows you to twist fate once without using any of your fate points.
Hey.
I've altered Raphael's invoke power because going through a scenario, I felt it just wasn't powerful enough. It's one of the weaker powers because it doesn't have an immediate combat effect, but I think from a roleplay utility point of view, it's incredibly
I think
good.
it's
Absolutely
the best one. Yeah.
I've added a new spear, exotic spear, to fill a bit of a gap.
That's good.
And there's a couple of bonus features I've altered because they weren't feeling right in playtesting, and they felt better as a stance. And it was the furious attack bonus feature, which is you roll your d6, you add it to your hit, and then you add it to your damage, and then the first person to attack you gets to add it, and then it goes. Kind of thing. It's now a stance. You go into a furious stance, you roll a d6, all of your attacks benefit to hit, and damage. So if you cleave, if you do anything like that, all of it's benefiting. But then every opponent who attacks you gets to add that to their attack roll.
That's neater. Yeah.
Okay, so it's more of a stance you're going into. You're gaining momentum, but you're reducing your defense. There's a defensive stance, there's a mobility stance, there's an evasive stance. Okay, and the final change is a bit of tweaking on the armor front. So your leather armor is now 2 physical resistance.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's more impactful. There's a good reason you might want to give up that +1 rogue bonus on dexterity skills and wear armor instead. Medium armor will go up to +4, but I don't know what you're not wearing. medium.
I'm in leather as well. So
You're in leather, so you get the 2, and then heavy armor, you're in the first sort of splint armor.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
So that's only 5, but the moment you go up to scale, you get up to 6. So
I have
there's
0.
more of a difference. You've got 0, but your AC is typically going to get to a higher level
80.
than people in
Yeah.
armor. Yeah.